Hello, hi, sweet, lovely people. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I am so stressed out. I often don't feel anxiety. Usually when I do, it's very obvious. I think everybody has states of the moments in their lives where we feel anxious. Some people, I pray for these people who feel this all the time. Like, this is awful, just that feeling that something's wrong, something's gonna happen, catastrophizing things. I don't know if I said that right, but just constantly overthinking and stressing the mind, the body out. And yesterday it was so bad that I thought I was sick. I didn't want to eat. I couldn't sleep. I just laid down. I needed Rob to take care of the baby because I couldn't. I was in the bath. I just soaked. I had a crystal in the bath. Usually I don't, but I needed a crystal in the bath for clarifying whatever. So I had a quartz crystal in, and yeah, Epsom salts. I just needed to soak because there was so much stress in my body, in my gut, in my heart, that it just, like, you can hear it in my voice where it's just like lingering all through like my belly button up to about here. Just all my organs are feeling this anxiety, and it's really hard for me to talk about because it's justified because it's within the family, and I have such a hard time with it. I'm sorry, I'm clapping. That's how intense it is. I'm clapping. But there has been times in my life where I've like totally felt it, and the first time that I ever really truly felt anxiety and I could recognize it and I could identify it for what it was the weirdest thing. I cannot even believe. So it was my first year or second year of college. I think it was my second year definitely my second year of college, and I had 2 classes back to back every Tuesday and Thursday, and they were in the same classroom. So most of us in the program, we would be in this classroom for about 3 hours. So I was sitting in class, and like I was just so distracted. My body was not feeling right, and I could feel it building up inside of me. I could feel it, and I was like, whoa, I need to go to the gym. Back in the day, I was going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. Anyways, so I could feel this build up inside of me, and it's like I wasn't really paying attention to my note writing and nothing like that. And I go to the gym, and I remember I didn't have headphones with me because so I didn't bring my phone. There was no point of bringing my phone to the gym if I don't have headphones. So I just listened to the gym music and done whatever until the end when I did cardio. And I am not a cardio person. I never have been. Maybe I never will be. Who knows? I don't want to put that label on myself, but I'm not a cardio person. But it's really good for the body. It helps the cardiovascular system, your heart, and all that stuff. So I was running at the end, and I wanted to watch something on my phone while I ran on the treadmill because I needed that distraction. And I go on my phone, and the guy who I wasn't seeing, but we kind of had a thing over the summer. We kind of dated because I pressured him, and then we broke up because I'm an idiot. And anyways, so he had messaged me, and he had sent me this link that somebody found me on this classified site, and it's called The Dirty, and I was on there, and somebody was talking about me being like stealing people's men, and like, girls better check your DMs, and just think she's all that in a bag of chips. And oh my goodness, it worked me up so bad. Just like people just like shredding on my character, who I was, who I believed to be, and then making up these things about me stealing people's men. And it's just like, I was so chapped trying to figure out who it was. I texted 2 of my girlfriends, and like, so why I bring this up, because I'm talking about anxiety, is I felt that in class. That's why I felt all that body stuff. 100%. It was because whatever this was, my friend, my buddy, my lover at the time, I don't know what you want to call him, but he had definitely read about it, and he was talking about that, and because we were connected in whatever way, I could feel that totally 100%. There was no other way. I've never felt anxiety like that before. You know, sometimes like basic nerves, you know, going to a party and not really knowing people. Yeah, definitely nervousness, but this was full on anxiety. And I was so disappointed because the two friends that I had at the time, I told them what happened and they're like, why don't you go to the police? And they were both on campus. We have a really small campus at the community college I went to, and they were both on campus, and they didn't come to support me at all. They just like texted me in our group chat like, you should go to the police. Well, if you're not going to go to the police, you can't really do anything about it. And it's like, fuck. That sucked. And at the time I was self-harming myself, and I definitely engaged in some of that, just crying in a shower stall, and yeah, harming myself in a way that I shouldn't have been at the time, but I did not know how to handle it. And yeah, it's been actually probably 3 years, maybe 4 years since I've done that. It happened maybe 2 times after that. One for sure, but the dryer just stopped. I don't know if you can hear the difference in tone or sound, but yeah, so anxiety has kind of been sprinkled in my life throughout then, and I can now, like, I probably felt it before in my life in my high school years, but I didn't know what it was and I couldn't identify it. That time I could clearly identify it because the conversation in mental health has been on an uprise. People are able to be more open about it and share their stories. Me, like, that was just the worst, and I don't know who wrote it, and it was definitely an ego check, a reality check, and it's like, yeah, I was stoked at the time. I was young, I was fit, I was stoked that I had like a little bit of like muscle tone. Yeah, I was stoked. And someone just like shredding into that like made me feel like garbage. Yeah, anyways, since then I've been feeling anxious, like little sprinkles throughout my life, and today I've definitely felt it, and because it involves family, I can't talk about it too much, and it's nobody that lives in my house. I am not in immediate harm, my son is not in immediate harm, but there's definitely anxious feelings, and I just needed to talk about it right now because I've been feeling it all morning, and it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I needed to talk. I needed to talk, and I like to really practice being mentally strong, and sometimes I'm not there, and that's okay. I'm fine. I have been developing my mental toolbox for several years, since probably grade 11. I wanted to have a good mental toolbox, an emotional toolbox. I've been really stuffy because we have a weather change right now, so I'm pretty stuffy. But yeah, I've been working on it, and I've experienced so many emotions in my life, and this is a unique one. Like depression, I'm very familiar with, and I'm very good at preventing myself from getting into that depressive state. When it comes to anxiety, it comes out of nowhere. This one comes out of nowhere. I don't know how to avoid it. I can't fully avoid it. The only thing I can do is I have tools in my toolbox, and I guess talking is one of them, writing if I'm able to, walking. Yesterday I couldn't even walk. I haven't experienced that where I felt like I could not move my body because of this anxiety, this feeling, this sensation, and I just had to lay down. I had to surrender to what my body needed in that time, and I took 2 hours. We had a great aunt who was visiting and meeting Levon for the first time, and I can't be downstairs. I can't. I am not in a good state, and I remember I was so giddy, like once I got out of the bath and dried off and did some stretches, really like moving my hips and getting any kind of emotional release out of my hips and lengthening my legs and my spine. That done wonders. So really, I find with anxiety, I need to surrender to what my body needs. And like that first time, that the story I just explained to you, I didn't know what else to do. I had no tools in my toolbox to handle that kind of emotion. And self-harm is something I will never resort to again. I did for several years, and not consistently, but I did, and it's tough for me to talk about, but I'm getting better at it and being more open and honest with myself and loving myself and showing myself grace for the time that I was at and for not having a relationship with God and his son Jesus. I feel so much better now having that relationship, having that connection to speak to and that understanding and knowing that I am loved, I am valued, and I am worthy of love, of joy, of peace, serenity, and happiness. Having that relationship, and it's new. I'm trying and I'm practicing my relationship and with the Creator, and yeah, that's kind of just where I'm at. So yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and talk to you later. Bye.